Dear soul, today, I need you to take a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel your heart beating. It carries a truth that you might not have put into words yet. And this truth is as follows. That person you feel still carries you in their heart. Truly does. The angels are whispering something today, something that might seem unbelievable, but that you need to hear with an open heart. This person is still obsessed with you. Yes, even if they're not saying anything. Even if they've distanced themselves. Even if they're trying with all their might to seem indifferent. But what this person is about to say could absolutely change everything. And it might happen as soon as today. Have you ever felt that strange intuition, an unexplainable chill, a memory surfacing out of nowhere, or even vivid dreams about someone from your past? Well, those are signs. The angels say this person has been thinking about you so intensely that their energy is crossing time and space. It's reaching you, touching you, calling to you. Deep down, they've never forgotten you. They could never do that. And it's not because you were just another person or because the past was left unresolved. No. It's because you left a profound mark, an impression on their soul. You touched parts of this person that had been asleep. You revealed to them emotions they didn't even know they were capable of feeling. And even though they've tried to move on, they just haven't been able to. Other connections have felt shallow, forced, colorless. No one else has been able to fill the space you left. And that is beginning to become unbearable for them. The angels are showing that there is an urgency vibrating in this person's heart. A growing desire to reach out to you, to say something that has been stuck for a long time. And it's not just an apology. It's a revelation. Something they've never had the courage to admit. Something that could turn everything upside down and bring to light feelings that you may have tried to bury. They are about to break the silence. To express what they truly feel. To admit how much they still think about you. And the angels ask that you be ready to listen, with your heart, not with your wounds. Because this conversation could change everything. It could heal. It could reopen wounds. It could illuminate what has been in the shadows for so long. Are you prepared for this truth? Perhaps lately, you felt a restlessness, not quite knowing where it's coming from. A sense that something is about to happen, as if the universe is setting the stage for an important revelation. And you are right. The angels say that a decisive night is approaching, a night when everything could change. This person is nearing the edge between silence and the need to speak. Between escape and surrender. And when that moment arrives, there may be no more masks. There may be no more half-truths. They will look you in the eye, even if it's through a message or a call, and they will say something you never expected to hear. Or perhaps you had hoped for, but lost faith that it would come. And when that happens, everything you've experienced with them will flash through your mind like a movie. The joys, the pains, the unanswered questions, the what-ifs. But now, the angels say that the energy is different. There is a real chance for transformation, for healing, for reconnection. Not necessarily to revive what once was, but to build something more genuine, more conscious, more whole. And do you know why? Because you grew. Because she grew. Because time did what it needed to do, reveal what true love is and what was just attachment, fear, or illusion. And in your case, love still exists. The flame still burns. This first part is just the beginning of what the angels want to reveal to you. But they ask, keep your heart open. Because what's coming may be more powerful than you imagine. And yes, it can start tonight. Dear soul, have you noticed how certain connections simply refuse to fade away? As if, no matter how much time passes, something still pulses, still resonates between the two of you? This happens because some souls simply recognize each other. And the angels show me that, in your case, this connection goes far beyond what the eyes can see. The truth is that this person has tried, in many ways, to forget you. They tried to fill their mind with other things, distract themselves with other people, dive into new routines, but nothing worked. Because what they feel for you is not something that can be erased. It resides within. It grows in silence. It calls out even without speaking. What's most curious? They don't understand why this happens. There's a mix of fascination and frustration within them. Fascination because you represent something rare, authenticity, intensity, depth. Frustration because no matter how much they try to rationalize, run away, or resist, the feeling remains. Firm. Alive. Present. And now, the angels reveal that they are reaching a breaking point. A moment when it will no longer be possible to keep what they feel to themselves. Something is about to overflow. And this could change everything. Imagine a glass being filled drop by drop, until one last drop makes it spill over. That drop is coming. And with it, there will be a confession. A truth held for too long. Words they have rehearsed many times but never had the courage to say. And these words can come in unexpected ways. A contact at an odd hour. A message that seems ordinary but hides so much more behind it. A request for "Can we talk?" And when that happens, dear soul, the angels urge, listen closely. Listen with your heart. Because behind the nervousness, the hesitation, there exists an open heart. There's someone trying, even if they don't quite know how, to say, "I still love you, and I've never stopped loving you." But beware, this revelation isn't meant to tie you to the past. It comes to heal, to bring clarity, so that at last you can make decisions based on truth, and not on assumptions, doubts, or silences. The angels say that the time for truth has come. And yes, it might hurt, but it can also liberate. Because when the truth is spoken from the heart, it doesn't destroy, it reveals. And only what is true remains. You might be wondering, but why now? Why does she want to talk only now, after having so many chances before? The angels say this person needed time to process their own pain. To realize that what they felt for you wasn't just desire, need, or attachment. It was true love, and that is frightening. They needed to see the world without you. They needed to feel the emptiness, the silence, the absence of your laughter, your light. And it was then that they understood that what you both had was not just anything. It was something rare. Perhaps even unique. And that shook them. Truly. They began to see you in every detail, in a song, in a scent, in a place where you once were together. And those memories, instead of fading, grew stronger. They took over their thoughts. And now they find themselves facing a dilemma. Continue pretending that everything is fine, or take a risk and open up. That's why the angels ask you today, prepare yourself. Be emotionally anchored, spiritually centered, because this conversation might shake all your foundations. But it can also bring a peace that you haven't felt in a long time. This person is about to open their heart. They will share what they've lived through in silence. They might, perhaps, apologize. Or simply say that they miss you more than they ever thought possible. And when that happens, you will have the power to decide what to do with that truth. You can forgive. You can move on. You can start over. Or simply be grateful that you finally heard what you've always intuitively known. The most important thing is, now, the choice will be yours. With clarity, with awareness, and with the full support of the angels, who hold your hands every step of the way. This person is still deeply connected to you. And today, the angels confirm, your story has not yet reached its end. But it is about to begin a new chapter, one that is more honest, clearer, and perhaps more beautiful than anything you have ever experienced. Dear soul, the angels show me a powerful scene, you on one side with your heart in silence, trying to carry on with your life with dignity and strength. On the other side, this person, restless, divided, feeling the weight of absence, yet still hesitant to take that final step. And between the two of you, a sacred space, filled with everything that has yet to be said. This space is where the truth lives. And now the angels say, this space is about to be filled with words, gestures, revelations. This person is being pushed from within. Their thoughts are becoming voices. Their repressed feelings are spilling over in dreams, memories, and impulses. They try to distract themselves, to move on, to occupy their mind with daily life, but nothing seems to work. You are there. You always are. And the most powerful part, they feel they need to talk to you before it's too late. The angels say that there is an emotional urgency growing within this soul. And it's not without reason. There is a mission that has yet to be fulfilled between you. A cycle that needs to be closed with truth, or reopened with awareness. And maybe you're wondering, is it worth listening to all of this now? And the angels say, yes, it is worth it. Not to relive a pain, but to transform that pain into power. To take everything that has remained unresolved and finally give it a new meaning. You deserve answers. You deserve clarity. You deserve to be looked in the eye and hear, it was you all along. And dear soul, the angels are preparing exactly that moment. A conversation that will be different from anything you've ever experienced. Because now it's no longer about games, pride, or fear. Now it's about soul. About truth. About courage. But know this conversation will also be a mirror. It will show you how much you've grown, how much you've healed, how much you've learned to value yourself. And that is essential. Because you are no longer the same as before, and that is something wonderful. Prepare yourself to hear not only what this person has to say, but to realize how ready you are to consciously choose what you want to experience from now on. This new version of you, more mature, more intuitive, more aware, no longer settles for crumbs. And that is felt, even in silence. This person senses that if they want to re-enter your life, it must be with truth, presence, and intention. Because now, you will not accept less than you deserve. The angels show that there were many moments when you cried in silence, hoping this person would recognize your worth. And now, they have. Late, perhaps. But they have. And this is breaking down all the internal barriers that once held you back. They miss what you had, but even more so what you could have been if you had both had the courage. And that longing is turning into momentum. A momentum that will make them move towards you, even if it is with fear. But the angels are asking something very important right now. Don't give your heart away until you've felt the vibration of this approach. Watch. Listen more with your soul than with your ears. Feel if this person's words come from their ego or from their spirit. If they come from neediness or from surrender. You will know. Because your intuition is sharper than ever. And the angels will be by your side in this moment, softly whispering into your heart what is real and what is illusion. You don't need to decide anything immediately. Just be present, open, centered, and above all, true to yourself. Because whatever the outcome, this conversation will be a turning point.
And you will come out of it stronger, more whole, more connected with who you really are. Remember, when the truth arrives, it does not come to destroy. It comes to liberate. And your soul is ready for that liberation. This person still holds you in their thoughts. But what they are about to say may reveal that, in fact, they have always carried you in their heart. And that is why this night matters so much. Dear soul, today the angels whisper something even deeper. There are words that this person has never had the courage to say. Words that have been kept in silence out of pride, fear, confusion. But these words are about to find their voice. And when they are spoken, they may reopen a space that seemed dormant, but that has always been alive inside you. This person has been living days of inner turmoil. In every choice, in every step taken, something within them asked, what if I had stayed? What if I had tried harder? What if? These are questions that echo, day after day, feeding a longing that has become part of the routine. And now, the angels reveal that the breaking point is very close. Because the weight of absence has become greater than the fear of trying again. Yes, she is rehearsing the words. She's imagining how you would react. She wants you to listen to her. And even more than that, she wants you to understand her. Because, even after everything, she still believes there is something sacred between the two of you. Something that time has not been able to destroy. The angels ask that you pay attention to the signs. It could be a sudden contact. A random phrase, but full of meaning. A shy attempt at reconnecting. Behind it all, there is a soul trying to find the courage to say, I miss you in a way that I can't even explain. And this confession, my dear, could change the course of history. But before that happens, the angels want to remind you of something very important. You are not the woman you used to be. You now carry within you a strength that was born from pain, a wisdom that came from losses, a light that ignited even when everything seemed dark. And it is with this light that you will listen to what is coming. With wisdom. With empathy. But without losing yourself. You may feel emotional. You may feel your heart race. You might even wonder if you are ready to live this again. But remember, now, you have discernment. Now, you know what you want and, more importantly, what you will no longer accept in your life. The truth of this person may touch your soul. It may awaken something that has been dormant. But only you can decide if you want to reopen that portal or move forward with gratitude and lightness. And whatever your choice may be, the angels will be with you. The angels show that this conversation will be more than just a meeting between two people, it will be a reunion of souls. A reconciliation between two energies that were separated before their time. And this exchange could be so intense that something within you will also transform. Perhaps it's time to forgive. Or to say what has never been said. Or simply to listen and let go. Either way, the angels ask you to prepare yourself energetically. Meditate. Pray. Take a deep breath and seek guidance. Because this truth coming your way carries memories, emotions, wounds, and also healing, freedom, and the possibility of a new beginning. This person is not coming to complete you. But they may meet you as an equal if they have also learned from absence. If they have also grown. And that, dear soul, is beginning to happen. They are feeling it, even if they don't say it. They are dreaming of you, hearing your name, recalling details they don't even understand why they kept. The truth is, their heart has never disconnected from you. It has just been trying to survive its own confusion. You might notice they come with more sincerity in their eyes. With more commitment in their words. With more humility in their tone. And that, in itself, is already healing. Because they are finally setting their ego aside to listen to what the Spirit is saying. And you? You will be ready. Because your heart has already learned that to love is, above all, to love yourself. That being with someone is walking side by side, not carrying the other on your back. That you can say yes, you can say no, but in any choice, your light remains. The truth will emerge. And perhaps, in the silence of a night like this, the words you have longed to hear will finally find you. Not as empty promises. But as confessions of the soul. Confessions that can change everything, including the direction you choose to follow from here. Trust. The angels are already preparing everything. Dear soul, if you've made it this far, know that none of this is by chance. The angels guided you word by word, feeling by feeling, to arrive at this exact moment. The moment of decision. Of freedom. Of rebirth. Yes, that person is still deeply connected to you. Yes, they are about to say something that could change everything. But right now, the angels have turned their eyes toward you, to your soul, to your truth. Because the most important thing is not what the other person feels. It's what you feel. Do you want this reconnection? Or do you just want to understand, close a chapter, and move on in peace? This is a choice that can only be made with a clear heart. Free from needs, from hurts, from expectations that no longer serve you. And for that, the angels invite you to turn inward. To silence the world outside and listen to your essence. Breathe. Feel. Can you sense how much you've evolved since this story began? How many parts of you have been healed? How many layers of insecurity are now behind you? The truth, dear soul, is that you no longer need promises. What you seek now is presence. It's reciprocity. It's depth. And if this person is ready to meet you at this new level of awareness, then yes, it could be the beginning of something truly transformative. But if they are still trapped in old patterns, in fears, and in cycles of back and forth, perhaps the greatest gift you can give yourself is to move on. In peace. With a peaceful heart. With a light soul. The angels tell you, you haven't lost anything. Everything that has been experienced served a purpose. Even the silence. Even the waiting. Even the tears. Because everything has brought you to this point. Stronger. Wiser. More yourself. And it is in this new internal place that life will surprise you. You can indeed welcome this person back. But now, with new boundaries. With more clarity. With the wisdom of someone who has learned that true love does not imprison, does not hurt, does not delay. True love is manifested in care, in commitment, in coherence. The angels ask that, if this conversation happens, you look into this person's eyes and silently ask, "Do you see who I am today? Are you ready to walk beside me with respect, truth, and commitment?" Because if the answer is yes, then you will have a new opportunity. Not to start over from scratch, but to continue with awareness. And if the answer is no, then may you release with love. May you close this chapter with the certainty that you did everything you could. That you gave love, that you had faith, that you waited patiently. But now it's time to move on, forward, upward, toward the new. Nothing was in vain. The angels affirm this. Every tear was seen. Every prayer was heard. Every day you tried to be strong, was honored. And now, the moment has come for you to be rewarded. To live lighter loves. To form purer connections. Relationships where you don't need to shrink to fit in, nor hide to please. You are ready to experience a love that recognizes you, values you, and is built day by day with presence, partnership, and soul. The angels are holding your hand right now. They smile because they see your strength. They see your light. And they know that what is coming your way will be so much bigger, so much more beautiful, so much more aligned, that you will understand why everything had to be as it was. You are loved. You are guided. You are deserving. And above all, you are ready. Trust. The universe is already conspiring in your favor. And tonight, dear soul, can truly be the beginning of something you never imagined living, but always deserved.